Well, that looks like it's going to do it for our season. The Seattle Seahawks lost to the Rams. Of course, we came into this game severely disadvantaged, because the game was delayed 2 days. We lost people. The Rams got people back. And not to mention how bad the refs were this game. They had some very momentum shifting calls. That pass interference at the end of the game that wasn't called. Tell me this isn't a pass interference. Man is tackling him before the ball even it came to him. It wasn't this the exact same thing that happened where the Rams tackled someone on the Saints and they didn't call it. What's up with the Rams not getting called for pass interferences? It really sucks. But I mean, you really can't put the entire game on that. Yeah, that would have changed the entire game. It was 17-10 at that point. We could have scored a touchdown. That would have been a first down on a fourth down. That would have been a lot of momentum for us. Maybe we score there. Maybe it's tied. Maybe our defense had played pretty solid that game. So who knows what would have happened if that call was actually made. They also had that terrible call when I think Alton Robinson grazed the punter and they gave him 5 yards and they got a field goal from it. So it's there were a lot of calls, a lot of holding calls that were dumb. There was just a lot of bad calls this game. And that was the exact same thing that happened the last game that we played the Rams. I thought it was going to go more in our favor this time, and boy, was I wrong. Because the last time we played the Rams, we got a lot of calls called on us, and I thought this time we'd have calls for us, and boy, that was not the case. A lot of bad calls. Maybe we would have won the game if we actually got some of those calls, gone the right way, but who really cares at this point? I mean, the game's over. Every single commentator, everyone they brought in was like, yeah, that's a pretty clear pass interference. But they didn't. I mean, there's nothing they can do to switch it. The refs made the wrong call. There's nothing they can do. The Seahawks, you can't challenge pass interference anymore. So it's all on New York in doing something, and apparently they can't do anything after the play is made. So what's the point of taking away the ability to challenge pass interferences? But the Seattle Seahawks lost. I mean, we didn't play the greatest game. Cooper Kupp, as expected, completely dominated us. 136 yards, 2 touchdowns. I mean, he wasn't even doing the underneath stuff, really. It was just over the top more than anything, which was even more disappointing. But, Cooper Kupp dominated us. Sony Michel was doing very good. DJ Dallas, he ran hard today. I liked what I saw from DJ Dallas. That was nice to see. But, Russell Wilson, he just didn't play fantastic. Our offense stalled way too much for us to be able to win a game. I mean, for the defense to hold the Rams, who scored 30 on the Cardinals, for them to hold them to 17, that was not bad. We should have been able to win this game. If we were able to put up more than 10 points, we could have won this game. But unfortunately, it seems like it's going to be it for the season. I don't know the exact percentages for the Seattle Seahawks after this loss, but I will probably be making a video for tomorrow or the day after, seeing what possible chances there are for the Seahawks making the playoffs after this devastating loss to the Rams. But we'll see what happens. I mean, every team that's in the wild card race can just completely fall apart, just like we did, and maybe we'll do good and beat the Cardinals. I don't know how we'll beat the Cardinals if we're playing like this, but we'll see what happens. This game was very disappointing. Russell Wilson didn't play particularly well. Run game didn't really get going. We don't really like running on first down, but we love running on second and long, which I think is absolutely idiotic. But, defensively, Cooper Kupp, he did what he wanted to do, kind of exactly what I thought would happen. And, it's unfortunate. Quandre Diggs had another interception. Good for him. We saw Carlos Dunlap actually do something. 3 sacks today. Good for him. Very, very good for Carlos Dunlap. But, other than that, we didn't really have too much going on. We had Carlos Dunlap getting sacks. Rasheem Green had a really big one on third down, but then, we just kind of let them walk all over us. And, 3-3 at halftime. Our defense has been playing pretty gosh darn good recently when it comes to not allowing points. We allow yards, but we don't allow points. And our offense just hasn't been able to score points. It's just the unfortunate situation of what's happening with the Seahawks. I don't think we're going to make the playoffs. Hopefully, this kind of, hey, look, we had a couple good games type of thing isn't going to make, Pete Carroll last any longer. Hopefully changes are still made. Maybe if it isn't Pete Carroll, something else happens. But we'll see what happens, man. I mean, this was a very disappointing loss, more because we played bad, but we could have won if the refs made the right calls. At that point, the Rams should have had 14 points. And we had a fourth down that we should have got a first down from pass interference. We could have taken the lead on that play. if everything went right with the refs. But obviously it didn't. The Seahawks lost 20-10. Unfortunate loss. Refs, terrible. NFL ruined the game, moved it to Tuesday, completely put us at a disadvantage. And, maybe they got what they want. The LA market is going to continue to boom because I believe they moved into first place, or at least they're tied for first place in the NFC West. So good for the NFL, man. Good for the Rams. Bad for the Seahawks. Good for the refs. Hope they got their awesome, cool payday for making like 16 wrong calls. Yeah, I can't wait for them to go get paid and get a pat on the back for doing everything wrong. But that's it. Enough complaining from me. I'm going to take a little second to take a bath with my toaster, and then tomorrow I'll probably be here with another video talking about if the Seahawks can possibly make the playoffs. I think there's like a 2% chance, maybe a 1% chance, and every single thing has to go right. I will find that scenario, and I'll post it tomorrow. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. Let me know down below in the comments what you think about this game. Horrible refs, but let me know what you think. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. Have a great day.